For us, TOWORKFOR is about meticulous attention that drives to performance. It's a compromise to a vision of what the product is supposed to do and what the product should be for us.
Hello, my name is Arsenio. I'm the Technical Development Manager from AMF team.
Hello, my name is Nelson Amorim. I am a Product Designer Manager at AMF Group. TOWORKFOR has one of the most diverse collections on safety shoes available anywhere. We offer a product for logistics, food industry, firefight, military, forest wood, and light jobs. Today we'll talk about safety shoes with a resistance to chainsaw cutting. We'll show our process for design and development. We start researching the user profile, what is a workday step by step. To understand the ergonomic aspect and the problems they have, it's crucial to think and simulate the job. Each profile gives to us a better perspective how we can solve the problems and find a good solutions in terms of functional and visual product. After collecting the design needs, making the benchmarking, explore the reverse engineering, we start develop the last and the toe cap design. We start to develop the last and the toe cap design. We need to combine these two features to get a right fitting and an anatomical proportion for each foot. We develop a plastic shape according to all needs collected before. The stability, the right volume, and the comfort are the main goals. Before starting with a creative process, we look material that have a story things as a technical constructions, performance, comfortable, and sustainable. The product range that we have is a strong collaboration with our partners. We take a careful selection of the product materials into consideration the type of work, resistance, durability, and the good feeling for the fit. We design several concepts. We make brainstorming. We analyze different lasting constructions, and we make again concepts. In this moment, we start to imagine the product with colors, texture, materials, and also the ideological concept for the product. At this stage, so many ideas, rendering, and 3D comes.
We make models. It's the most evolutive process. Designer and not designer collaborate on their creation. We need to have proportions, touch, feeling in the space, the prototype. We can get a better decision into the next step, and we're just waiting to find what will be. We approach the prototyping into the stage, upper and outsole, starting with outsole development.
Starting with the outsole development, we select the best material for the outsole. It's natural rubber combined with synthetic rubber and the chemical properties to make a robust shoes. We talk with a mold maker and share the same enthusiasm to get the same emotion for the development. In this process, it's essential to talk about the last, toe cap, thickness of the materials. They will give to us an outline to start drawing the outsole in 3D and make the mock-up to check the design and technical aspect that we need for our target. After getting the 3D mock-up, we make a sample mold and take some sole to starting make the complete shoes. It's important for design and technical developer keep inside of several steps. In this way, we'll organize the people, listing the problems and get the best solution for the final product. The industrial design is made for the upper constructions. Always is articulated with the outsole profile. The two-dimensional and three-dimensional will inform the technical team to develop the pattern molds. This cooperative process means that everyone shares the same experience and creative for the product. Diverse molds are made in software and we select the best hypothesis for the prototype. This repetitive process of making samples is made until we feel the product begin to have the correct proportions. You can feel an incredible mix of shoe skills. You can feel the behavior of the product, the comfort, the performance during 10 hours per day. After testing and testing, we can get a better result of what will be the final shoes and improve all the features inside. It's important to take this decision in this step and make the final sample for the productions. Before starting the industrialization process, we make tests on the materials and the shoes to check all the constructions according to the standards. In this way, we know what can be improved in the product and make guidelines for the production phase. We make impact tests, anti-slip resistance, shock absorbance, chemical tests, and another testing not described in the norms. But for us, it's essential to understand in the details what will be the performance of our shoes.
When we have the product definition in terms of design, technical methods, and quality, we begin to practice the process for industrialization. In terms of details are reviewed, materials, components, colors, labels, we started redesign all the parts in the CAD system and grading each size piece by piece. It's optimized automatic CAD system for production. We separate the pieces by each size given the treatments that the leather needs before stitching and apply the label's brand very carefully on the leather. Into the stitching process, we use different machines that are necessary for the uppers construction. Each function is articulated for each operations. When the upper finishes, eyelets and hooks are applied and take a careful look for the construction before lasting. The sole, as a special treatment, is scathed and chemical washed to ensure a good adhesion with the upper. We start lasting assembly with the molding stiffener. Applying the last on the upper, we will guarantee the correct shape of the shoe construction. We apply the toe cap with the hydraulic press machines and we do the lasting upper, front and back. We remove all excess material before gluing the outsole. Now we are ready to join the upper with the outsole. It's apply the glue on the outsole and upper and make those connections with the reactivation and pressure machines to ensure the adhesion of chemical properties in perfect condition. For the final step of assembly process, we put the shoe on the stabilization machine for all the chemical and physical properties to keep a strong balance on the shoe. Is removed the boot last and prepare the boot for the finish room. In the finish room, all the materials are cleaned. We paint small details and apply special treatments on the shoes to give an extra resistance of water repellent and shining. Before closing the box, we made a final inspection and is applied end tags, booklets and technical recommendations for users.
In this area, we have thousands of shoes ready to send for our clients.
This is our process to make shoes. We improve our skills every day.
The design process is improving the real life. It's not about one person, one designer. It's always about the team.
Lumberjack is an iconic product for us. It's for safety winners.
We are using in the upper, we are using leather, rubber, and some textiles.
It's a Sympatex membrane.
Yes, in the lining.
For the lining.
Yeah.
Another question. How many pairs you can do a week or a month of that? I think we do more or less 2,500 pairs a day, and what gives us per year more or less than 600,000 pairs a year.
Another question. The challenge for developing the new products. What we are facing in the new challenge. I think that the market for safety shoes are changed a lot, and the final consumer in this moment want the product with a good design, with a good quality, and special, have the same look or the same feeling like the fashion award. So our main goal in the product development is to combine the innovations we see in the fashionable shoes and the trekking and the sportive shoes, and to combine all these requests in safety shoes. So our main goal is to have the great products and have a nice look and a nice performance, comparing with the trekking, hiking shoes. So I think that the challenge is to change a little bit the concept of design safety shoes. Normally, the people see the shoes with very robust. I don't know your challenge.
Yes, I think it's everything said now for this moment. And another question is
inspirations to.
When did you get the inspiration to produce this safety? Of course, the inspiration is everything depends of the environment that we are going to present. So this is a chainsaw boot. This is an outdoor.
We have several steps for inspiration. We make benchmarking. We go to inside of each worker profile to understand the difficult and the way out to do your job. Our inspiration is to research a lot of the natural things and combine with the trend we have in the market, and we don't have the right. Each process don't have the right method for creation. So depending a lot of the briefing and the time we have for develop the shoes. Any recycled material are used in the shoemaking? Yes, we are recycle. We are using recycled materials, but for us, the first things to make a shoes is not just about put recycled materials. It's to our thinking to have a lower footprint in the development and production shoes. So our step is to understand how to create the good shoes to have a lower footprint. And after that, we start to select recycle materials and select the phase, the right step for productions. Next question. Recycling.
It's possible to mix the recycled material to recreate the new shoes. It's possible to mix recycled materials to create new shoes. Of course, it's possible. Everything depends on what the market bring to us. If the material have some recycled materials, of course we can use it.
Another question, a nice question about the interaction with the inputs of marketing and the commercial team for new product development. I think the product development need to work very near with the commercial team and marketing team. First step, work with the commercial team because the guys work with the clients and have the right feedback to develop the product. So these three departments, marketing and commercial and product development, will build together the best product, and this is the way to develop the shoes. I don't know if
no. And another question. What is the biggest issue to produce a shoe or a boot? The biggest issue, we don't have a big issue to produce everything. What we like to share, to have is a very good challenge, and we do it. In that example that we show, our biggest issue was to make an F3 in that construction of the lining, because the lining we are using is the Sympatex membrane, and we don't have the EST materials. So we need to create an insert on to guarantee that we have the conductivity in that shoe.
Okay, another question about the recycled materials, natural fibers, sustainable, biodegradable, recycle. Okay, we have a lot of questions about recycled materials in safety shoes. I think another topic, we need to change a little bit the norm for make recycled shoes or sustainable shoes in safety shoes, because the norms, in my personal opinion, need to change for this market, because right now we are develop a lot of shoes with a lower footprinting. We are make a lot of research for sustainable shoes. We have one collections with a lower footprinting, is very sustainable, and right now all the components we are putting in the product, like insock, Kevlar, leather, textiles, all the materials are very careful about the sustainable part. So this is for us a main goal in the development process. So I hope tomorrow we can talk better about this point, because it's essential for the eco design system. Another question.
How is the communication between AMF development team and the customer? Digital data sharing. What can we do with that?
Right now, I think with the COVID situation, it's more digital. We have a lot of conversation by Teams, Zooms, because in the past, normally we travel for our clients or customers, and we try to understand the problems and collect all the needs and came to the company and redesign everything. I think with this great input for digital meetings and digital development, I think the process of develop the shoes will be more fast. So I think this situation of COVID, people want more digital platforms to develop the product. So now we can understand in several parts of our all what is the performance of each shoe. So this is very interesting for us.
And we have another question is about using the 2D and 3D uppers. We are developing a new collection with that. We are doing a 2D knit using that, and we are working on.
I think we are developing a new system for knits. It's combined a mix between 2D and 3D. We are making experience about the knit for our project. Don't need to be like a traditional 3D knit, but it's a little bit 3D, because we are trying some experience. Don't have a complete insole, and the knits in this market, or right now all the people want to make shoes with knit. So our goal is to reorganize the way how to make a knit. More questions? We have a lot of questions. We are select some collections. Sorry for the delay, but today our workshop, so many people to participate. I want to say thank you for all the questions. We will select another questions. Let me see. Okay.
What do you think about the egg?
The customize of the safety issues. Okay, one question about the customization. What do you think? I think the customization in safety shoes, depending of the quantities of the shoes, because we try to customize safety shoes. We are made some safety shoes customized, like in infinite collections. With we are trying with different brands, but in safety footwear, the norms don't permit to make customizations in each product. So it's difficult because we have several rules, but inside we can customize everything. We are make several customization in infinite collections in another product, so it's too easy.
There's another question. If we prefer to allow the toe caps in composite, the composite allows us to is not so heavy, and the look of the toe cap is not so good because it's more tough. We prefer to use those toe caps in boots.
The question about my question about the toe cap. The aluminum toe cap have a good profiles in terms of design. We can make a shoes. I will show a toe cap design. We can have a nice profile of the shoes. The style is very tracking and comparing with the sportive shoes. So the shape it's good. In composite toe cap, it's more like this. Have a strong design, much higher,
and tough.
So
that's why we prefer to use them in boots.
In terms of impact test and compression test, the same materials have the same performance. So depending of your target market. For the selection each materials. So next questions.
Are you offering individual insoles for your shoes? Individual. Which material is mainly used in injection of PU? Which material we mainly use in injection of outsoles? We use TPU on the bottom. We use the PU for the insoles, and we use rubber for full and cemented shoes.
Yeah. So next questions about thank you for let me see. Yeah, in terms of methods for development, I think you have a good question from Cesar Fernandes about the methods for make safety shoes. I think the method for make safety shoes, first of all, we use the methods, general methods for industrial design. So we collect some theoretical methods in the industrial design and try to put inside of our company and adapt some rules and some techniques. So because it's necessary to have or to respect the several steps in the process developed, like the concept design, research, make user test, make several samples to understand the shapes, make the preset for productions. I think the academic world don't have the right process for make safety shoes, or don't have the right process for make the footwear or some shoes. Inside, we develop each day a new process or a new technique. We try to improve our methods to do the best for the future. So all the methods is a learning process and an improving process. Yes, thank you.
In terms of TOWORKFOR, do you have any how to define the standards, guarantee, best practice? Usually, we use the TOWORKFORs that we have in the market, and we see which one offers the qualities that we need for the article that we are going to develop. The answer is yes. We go to take some existence in the market.
Yeah, but after we select the toe cap in the market, normally we develop the last, because it's essential to develop a right last with the right proportions, and we try to.
Yes, this is the first step. It's see the toe cap existing, and after that we start developing the last.
Yes. Right now, about the toe caps, we are developed inside of our group some toe caps, because with several years of experience in safety issues, in this moment we know how to develop also the toe cap. So will provide for us a good improvement on our shoes. So we are in this moment understand the right design for the toe cap, the right materials, and we are in this moment make some testing for the next safety shoes we are developing. So in the future we will see our toe caps made in our loft.
Yeah. And Walter Mesquita says, when we use the license of technologies by Michelin, Sol, Sympatex, and BOA, and etc. Of course, all those brands, we need to start speaking with them when we have the idea to start developing a new process. So after that, we send them and they approve the construction that we have. That's the case of the BOA. We start with a new development. We need to send them the shoe to approve the construction, even the lining. With Sympatex happened the same thing. Yeah. That's a normal procedure when we start to develop the
it's essential to have these partners with us, like Michelin, Sympatex. We work together, and we have a nice partnership in the development process. And they give to us several inputs. We give to him some inputs. So it's a partnership. It's essential to have this partnership for us, because in this way we'll all together we will have a nice product, and all together we will in the final. So last question. We have a lot of questions, but we need to close this workshop. Last question about the safety shoes. We suggest cemented or direct injection?
Everything depends on the style that we are using. Of course, the biggest part of our production is cemented soles. We only have a small part of our production, it's the injection. Everything depends on the article that we are talking about.
Yeah.
So we use both. Everything depends
depending of
the target price.
But cemented shoes is more flexible to make. So we have a two line for cemented shoes. It's very flexible. We can make a lot of shoes with different combinations and in the fast process. Injections. If you have a big project for several years, I recommend to use direct injections. Depending a lot of your price target, in this way, don't have the right suggestion, but of course, cemented shoes, we can be more flexible to make the shoes, and our company made a lot of cemented shoes. So, last question about the what you feel about 3D testing using stage are important. Okay, let me see.
What material that we use in the back counters is natural or synthetic materials. Of course, the main part of materials that we use, they are synthetic materials.
Yeah, synthetic materials.
For the counter, yes.
Yeah.
For the back counter.
Another question, yes. In terms of, last question about 3D development and make the testing in 3D. Yes, right now in the develop process is more easy and the make simulation in 3D and testing all the parts, last choke up, soles, make this simulation in 3D softwares. This will save time and we don't need to make several molds for the shoes. So the 3D programs or 3D or some software help in the develop process is essential to save time, save money, and understand better the performance of each product. So let me see one final question. We have a lot of questions. What is the first step for creating safety shoes?
Like all the process, they start in the design department. So after that, of course, we are going to.
I think that the first step is we make this first step with our commercial team is essential to talk with the commercial team and with the client and make a briefing very careful about the shoes and what we will develop. This is essential to understand what the people needs for the market and try to understand the final consumer what is expect for him in the shoes.
And the cement shoes which we carry out.
Okay. Adesivos, materiais. So about the last question, the cemented shoes, what type of adhesive we are using?
We are using our big supplier. It's a Portuguese supplier. Is CPAD. That's the one we work with.
So, my friends, we have a lot of questions. We'll close these workshops. If you have some questions, please make your question by email. We'll try to answer everything. Or if you want to feel the same experience how to design and develop safety shoes, come to our company and be partner. We'll find good solution for your business. Thank you for everything Have a nice day and see you in the future. Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.